girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Hello and welcome back to the Sovren FX YouTube channel. As usual, we're gonna go over trades on gold and GBP JPY. So based on the previous analysis we have done, we know that so for GJ, let us quickly look at GJ. For GJ, we know that GJ's been in a higher time frame bullish trend, and therefore we only look for breakout buys and pullback buys. So premium buys were at 183.200. We took that with the team today morning during the London session. We have the private channel. So that was GJ, but for you to get more entries and validate more buys on GJ, you need price to hold above 183.500 for that quick 20 pip scalp. Okay, so you need price to hold above 183.500. In fact, it's a 30 pip scalp for only 8 pip stop loss. So I think this is the first trade. Let me quickly switch to long position. I know, okay, so don't worry if you miss the trade. Price always has a tendency to come back and tap the price psychological level, which is 183.500. So what you can do is wait for this bearish candle, come back to tap our entry, then you can enter for buys. Okay, so this is for GJ. Let us quickly look at gold. So what's going on gold? So as you know, gold has been trending. For the higher time frame, let us look at the higher time frame, the intraday time frame, such as the 4-hour. So according to the 4-hour, gold has been in a downtrend, and what you do in this situation, you can get buys from higher time frame demand zones and sells from supply zones. Else you can just get the pullback sells and the breakout sells if you break below this area of sensitivity. Okay, so then let us drop to the hourly. Let me quickly fix this.
Lights they flicker and the candles glitter like you're in a thriller. Heart goes pum pum pum. Ghostly figures, they can get so bitter. Show you want to enter, you can turn back. You don't know where I've been, what's going on inside.
So for gold, we're looking for sales. So about that. So for gold, our sales will be at 1929.500. We're going to have a short position at 1929.500, okay, for 60 pips. Then if it holds below 1923.500, you can validate more sales downwards. So right now we want price to come towards our area of entry so that you can execute. So let price cook. So as you know, our confirmation for entries are going to be signs that price is struggling to break 1929.500, and you can see a shift in market structure as the buyers are liquidating their positions and the sellers are providing liquidity. So right now, something more favorable I'd like to see is
lover.
So price struggling to break 1929,500, or if it breaks, it pulls back down, retests, then gives us the drop. Okay, so that's what's favorable as of now. So be patient. If we miss this trade, there's always going to be another trade waiting for us. No need to jump into sell simply because you see 1 minute candle dropping down. Okay, you should know that the lower time frames play with the emotions a lot. Therefore, you need to exert a little bit more patience and wait for So we are patiently waiting for price to drive its way up to 1929,500 for us to execute our sales.
And I've been chilling, watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our clouds when people change, but not us. And we just chilling, kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word.
If you find the streams helpful, you can like, subscribe, drop a comment in the chat. Don't forget to share. As for GJ, let us see what's been going on. So as highlighted earlier, for you to get re-entries, you have to wait for GJ to pull back to 183,500, but that's not the case because I market executed at 183,500 right before I put this on. So I was expecting a pullback to 183,500 for you to get the entries. So I won't record this as a trade taken on stream. But for you to validate more buys, you want price to break above 183,800 and maintain. If price fails to break 183, you can close the positions for those who are in as you wait for a deeper pullback to collect more buyers' liquidity. So gold is just pouring down right now. You need to exert patience, be cautious because you hadn't planned for this move. Our entry ought to be at 1929,500. So for all you care, price can drop down till 1923,500 and we won't take trades. It's all a matter of discipline. So let's just be patient.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you.
This might be one of those trades where we missed.
Like a wave returns to the sea into
But remember, don't enter right now if you hadn't planned for this entry, because entering in the middle of a range is quite risky and we might end up getting stopped out by a pullback. So just wait for price to set itself up.
Just like another season, not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll
So
check
this was a 30 pip move.
away this season.
Just hold your horses.
The seasons turn and change.
So let us quickly take a glance at the economic calendar as we're waiting for price to do what it does best, set up for our entries. So today we had the OPEC meetings, and OPEC is basically the meeting between the countries that control the oil production. So until you get news headlines, I don't think this is going to have much of an impact. But right now, let us check on what we are. So there's actually nothing till maybe around later on, where we have the FOMC meeting minutes. So remember, this isn't the actual FOMC, but rather the minutes. They're going to talk about what they had highlighted during the previous meeting. So don't expect that much of volume. So price is still diving, and we didn't get the opportunity to execute.
Each time of year carries memories.
If you have any questions, trading related questions, psychology questions, I'm more than delighted to give you an answer as we are waiting for our setups to cook.
All over again. Yeah, we will keep on changing. Just like another season. Don't want another day without you by my side. Oh, this season. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time. Just like another season. Just like another season.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up for another amazing banger by Lex Blaze and Daddy Paul. Touchdown to Heathrow, DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn the shoot to a freak show. Look through the peephole, everybody geek, yo. Need to get girl with an extremely deep. See six midgets that be fighting, juggling. Maybe it's just me, cause my mind is struggling. Babes, boyfriend is acting like a clown. Know what's going down every time that we are down. Take a look through the peephole, yo. Everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them neeks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club into a freak show.
Let me quickly highlight what you're looking for. So in text, we're going to have So okay, so rather than text, let me have it on the line. So we have sales at 1929,500. Yeah, so let's wait for price to chug its way up to 1929,500 to give us entries where we can execute at. Otherwise, all this is noise and price is still dancing within the range. So rather than watching the lower time frames each and every time, you can just move up a time frame, maybe to the 30-minute time frame, so that you can avoid the emotional entries and just wait for price to come towards your area of interest, then execute. But since I'm the one analyzing, let me just sit on the 1 minute so that I can give you the commentary as price is doing what it does best. Let's exert a little bit more patience and wait for price to drive all the way to 1929,500.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Take you like a pill. Fill you like a pill to get my fill. No, do me in the worst way. Don't let me sleep, never say you're sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave, baby, but you know I never will. No, so I
So there's
choke you
price
down just like a pill.
coming to our entries. So what you need to see here is price struggling to break 1929,500.
Take you like a pill.
Then you can capitalize on that.
Was it the voice?
Also, if you can realize, price is starting to form an area of resistance around this area, so this will help us validate ourselves. Once we tap this, then close below here, we can hold ourselves. Okay, so till then, let us sit tight.
I've been high.
So in the event price fails to break above this, we can get earlier entries with half risk. Make sure you half your risk, then enter here for around 50 pips. So this is where we enter a trade, depending on how price reacts to this level, and that's why I told you to enter with half risk. Then you can see how we manage the trade before we get our main entry at 19.29.500. So our stops are at 7 pips. We'll take profit of 50. So this is a 1 to 7 risk to reward. Let us also look at GJ and see how we can manage it. So we picked at 20 pips as we were targeting 30 pips, so you can have your stop loss up at least 10 pips to make sure you don't lose that and lock it in. Okay, so let us see. So yeah, so have your stop losses here to make sure you don't get stopped out. So the stop loss is at around 183,600. So this is just to ensure we don't lose any portion of the trade. You always want to lock it in step by step as price is forming market structure, whereby if you get a deeper pullback you don't get stopped out. Okay, so that is set. We can move back to gold and monitor what price is doing. So for those who took the early entries, we haven't yet gotten stopped out. But depending on how this candle closes, we're going to manage the risk, as we're going to get better entries in a minute. Give it a minute. GJ is currently faring on pretty nice. We are up 20 pips. If you're comfortable with that, you can close it at there, but I've moved my stop loss to 650 as I'm locking it in stage by stage. I don't want to lose any profits at this point. So gold just broke the area of interest we were looking at. So we want to see price close back below for us to extend our sales. So don't be quick to enter. Let us just monitor price action at 19.29.500. For gold, no entries yet. We want to see what price does around 1929,500 before we can execute our sales to drive us all the way to 1923,500. So let us quickly look at GJ. GJ is pushing, and I'm also going to push my stop loss to 183,750. Let's lock it in. So we want to see price break above 183,800 and hold for us to validate more buys. So let us patiently wait for gold to give us our entries. So GG is currently pushing above 183. $30 pips locked in. So for us to validate more buys, on GJ, we'll need price to break above, then hold above 183,800, right? Psychological level for us to drive to 184 and create maybe the new highs today. Your stop loss is going to be 10 pips for those who aren't when you entered this. So let's patiently wait, exert a little bit more patience as you wait for price to close above 183,800 to validate more buys on GJ. Back on gold, this was our entry criteria. So I was tapped in, I set a sell stop there. So we want to see price break up below this area of sensitivity and drop down towards 1923,500. So let us have our eyes glued to the charts as we watch what price action does. Thanks Aziz, thanks. Okay, so a quick glance on GJ. I actually got stopped out on my first trade because I placed my stop loss just below here, expecting it to give me the squeeze above 183,800, but that was not the scenario that we saw today. So well and good, I already capitalized on that move for 25 pips. So right now we're either going to get a pullback towards 183,500 for more buys, or a break above 183 and hold for us to validate more buys. Okay, so back to gold. So for gold, in the event our trade doesn't go how we expect it to, this is how we are going to manage the trade. If price closes above 1929,500, you can look to close a position of your trades, maybe 50%, because this is a full risk trade. I have 2% on this trade on my personal account. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to place this here. I don't expect price to break above. So these are going to be the two levels where we're going to manage our trade. So half we're going to close if price closes above 1929,500. Then we're going to close the full trade if price closes above 1930 as we wait for more entries. Yeah, so that's that. You just have to sit and wait for price to do what it does best. So we're expecting the drop towards 1923,500 for 60 pips. And that's basically it. If you have any questions, leave it in the chat below.
I'm not gonna lie to you kids, it's a fucking jungle out there. Keep your head on tight, unknown brain and mind me, baby, let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on, bullets rattling.
So for us to validate ourselves, we need price to close above this area of sensitivity, because you see price struggling. It might do a deeper pullback before it drops, so let's be cautious. We also have the hourly candle opening in the next 8 minutes, so before then I'd like to see price at least drop more than around 10 pips, because right now we are plotting 6 pips approximately, so I need price to at least drop to 10 pips before I can validate holding the sales. So right now we are in a quite precarious area. So don't get married to a trade, always look to secure. So just sit tight, let price do what it does best. So meanwhile, let us update our stream journal. So right now we are around the 34th minute mark. Tonight 29, or we are on the, what's today's date, 5th July. Pair and GG. Sorry about that. So on GJ we had buys, we had full risk, we closed full at 25 pips, so we secured 25 pips, which is a win. So also we're going to close the gold trade too, which is a sell. For risk, we haven't closed out anything yet, so let us wait for price to do what it's going to do. So right now, let us watch for price. If it closes above this, I'm going to close all my positions and take that as a loss.
I will catch you. The time it goes tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
So price didn't close above. No need to manage anything really.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? I am you.
As you can see, GJ is doing a deeper pullback. It didn't have enough volume to break above 183,800, so it's currently doing a deeper pullback to collect more orders, then break above 183,800. So for those who didn't get trades, I'd look to monitor the price action on GJ as it comes to 183,500, then push. Okay, so this is what I'll be looking at for GJ for those who missed. So we are back to gold. We just want to watch gold and don't have emotions of managing the trade. Always do what's rational. And the only rational thing you can see right now is if price closes above this, I'm looking to manage my trade. Okay? Don't trade based on emotions. The price also, you can close a trade then price drives. So don't manage your trades based on emotions, rather be a little bit more objective, be logical, as that will help remove the emotions from the trade. So the only way I'm managing it is if it closes above this, else I'm not managing anything. I'm just going to sit tight and watch what price does. So I'm going to get the hourly candle open, and you can close this trade right now at break even, wait for the hourly to open, then re-enter. So in the event you take a loss, don't say I didn't tell you I've had enough time to manage. So that is the hourly open. More often than not, it comes along with volume. and it might take us out before it drops. So let us look at how the hourly has opened. So the hourly is still bullish, and for you to get more to validate any more sells or holding the trade, you want to see the hourly break its low at 1929 flat, then drive. Yeah, so we've got it. So we have the validation to hold ourselves. So right now it's a matter of being patient and let price do what it wants to do. If we get stopped out, we have trades tomorrow, next week, next month, next year even. So no need to get married to one trade. Just always look to protect your capital. So right now with this volume, I want it to break below 1928 for me to validate more sells and holding the trades we have at hand.
I'm the girl that they don't talk about, quiet with a big mouth. Listen for the doubt, then call it. Make you out for what you say to me. Look at every single date. If you got what I need, then oh, I'll take you on like a big deal. Legs you can unfeel, key ignition. Just keep me full like I had a meal once in a while. Feel alright. I know you like it, can't fight it.
So I currently don't like this price action. I like it when we enter, we have the volume, one-sided volume, and price drives towards one direction, because right now getting stuck in a range isn't the most favorable scenario we'd want, because you get stopped out before price drops. So just as we spoke about, if price closes above here, we are closing our trades. So not yet, price is still giving us. So if it closes above, we'd have to wait for more entries. And how would we wait for that? If price closes below 1929,500 once again. It's just that simple.
Yeah. Unknown brain. Marvin Divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I was
So as you can see, price doesn't close above.
You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye.
Yes, so gold, I'm in sales right now from 1929,500 area.
So now I gotta say goodbye.
Targeting 1923,500 for 60 pips. But I'm also looking to actively manage my trade. If price closes back above 1929,500, I'll close out a position of my trade and let the rest hit stop loss if it hits. but right now I'm still in the full position, monitoring price to break this level to validate more sales.
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you finding, see you looking down and out, coming to me crying,
Yes.
saying you miss having me around.
Gold.
Gave you
We are having
chances and you
sales
blew
on
it. You
gold.
so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music. I'm saying
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, and I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye.
If you have any questions, leave it in the chat. So this is gold. I'm in sales from 1929,500, targeting 1923,500 for 60 pips, and having my stop loss at 1931 flat for 15 pips.
So now I gotta say goodbye.
So it's all a matter of patience. We sat through all this price action before we saw the push, and right now we had 12 pips, but I'm expecting price to drop a little bit lower.
Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon, and I end up alone. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect.
I'd appreciate it if you drop a like, subscribe, and share the stream.
Hollywood perfect. Ain't got no place to call my own. Feels like I'm better off alone. So sad inside and hopeless. These Hollywood hoes never notice. Can't get back on. Girl, I miss you. Can't get back on.
Price dropped
Somehow I woke up
at
out in Beverly,
around 12
fucked up,
pips.
smelling like that bourbon.
For the scalpers in the building, close out at 10 to 12 pips, maybe call it a day. But for the intraday traders, you can look for the drive down towards 1923,500 as we monitor these price sensitivity levels.
That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. How'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. How'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you're Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect.
Words spill out of your mouth. You wish
as highlighted earlier, the only way I'm going to close this trade is if it closes above 1930. So guys, I think there we're going to have the drop. I need those squeezes below 1928,700. I'm currently not liking this price action as we are just whipsawing up and down, no clear direction. But for us to register this as a loss, we have to wait for it to close above 1930. So we're going to wait for this 1 minute candle to close above, then probably stopped out at 15 pips. Let us look at the headlines. Because that move wasn't warranted through price action. I think we had some little bit of news. Or something's going on during the OPEC meeting. So we just got stopped out at 15 pips. Let us update the spreadsheet. So we lost 15 pips. So we are currently up 10 pips for the day. So this is our first loss of the week. On to the next. The only way to get my salts is if price comes below FOREX to get above, then it drops. Otherwise, you can't actually change our bias simply because we lost the trade. So this actually pulled back down towards this. I don't know how many capitalized on this, but this would have been a nice entry for, I think we are at 20 pips. That would have been a nice entry. So for gold stopped us out. These are the only entries I'm looking to enter. Otherwise, I don't see buys until you break above 1939 is when I can start looking to capitalize on buys. So right now, just sit this one out and let price do what it does best. I still don't see what's fueling the buys on gold.
But gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
So we already entered 2 trades. We have one last I don't wanna call it, maybe a chip for us to enter. So the last trade you're going to enter maybe on gold, on GJ, depending on what materializes, then call it a day. Till then, you just have to wait and sit it out, see what price action has in store for us.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you won't
you have any questions, can leave it in the chat. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Price maybe pulls up all the way to 1939, fails to break, then goes down, or price breaks below, fails to break above, then oops. So these are the only scenarios I'm looking at today. As I said, unless we get reactive news events, I see no reasons for buys on gold. So that's a 60 pip trade, and this is a 150 pip trade. So this is basically what I'm going to look at before we end the stream. In the event these moves don't happen, I'm going to just end the stream earlier and I don't want to stream out. Something simple. Just highlight the trade is taken today. We're currently watching price action at 1929,500. If price breaks below and holds, we're looking for it to continue towards 1923,500. If it doesn't close, we don't have an entry. You could also realize that I think this will be a flip on the hourly. The hourly making a top wick, then flipping. So let's just watch the price action in the 1 minute. As stated, we have to wait for price to close below 1929,500, hold below and fail to break above to validate the sales downwards. Anything else shouldn't be an entry. So with that out of the way, let us sit this one out and wait for price to do what it wants to do. So on GG, price is back to where we entered at first. So as you can see, price failed. Price failed to make new highs and is currently doing a pullback to collect more orders, to pull back up. So this is another valid entry, 30 pips also. Have very conservative stop losses, maybe at 5 pips. So gold is doing what we wanted it to do. You can see the push down. Also, let us look at GJ simultaneously, as this is an entry on GJ.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I'm probably winning it away. I'm okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays.
So as long as control your emotions, you can see we are in a gold sell. You can recover the pips we lost during the first entry.
Every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Whole life never when I do nothing, make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over.
Let us clean this chart so that you can clearly see for entry. So with these cells, price hit 23 pips. I set my stop loss to break even. So right now I'm just waiting for price to do what it does best. It would be nice for gold to give us the 60 pips. Otherwise this will be a break even trade. But I managed to close a portion of my trades exactly at 20 pips. So if I get stopped out, I'll get stopped out at break even, but with 20 pips, I'm pocketed. So that got stopped out at break even.
Alive can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know the flow
One stopped out with these GJ entries,
I'm a fucking phenomenon.
and I'm looking for it to break at least 30 pips. Then you can call it a day.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
The price on gold now wants to drive.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick.
So there's the drive,
I'm a phenomenon.
Have
Stacking
a
cheese
nice
like Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn, and I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted, can't copy, printed, can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat, I might get convicted. They know how I move, it was predicted. Persistent, spoke it into existence, so consistent. No
That's 30 pips.
become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it.
That's broke.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
The present gold is dropping, currently at 40 pips. I'm probably going to call it a day now. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow, same place, same time.